What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles. Today we're going to focus in on Columbus Blue Jackets prospect and Oshawa Generals center Boone Jenner. A little background on Mr. Jenner. No relation to Chris and Bruce, I hope. Um, went 37th overall in this past draft to the Jackets, and played this year at the World Juniors. Played very well for Team Canada. Caught a sparing penalty in the Russia game that kind of, looked bad and didn't set good precedents. But hey, it's the nature of the beast. Intangible, so that's what makes this kid's game up. He's got 40 points in 35 games for the Generals this year. He's playing very, very well for them. But it's his makeup. What he does, he's like a Mike Richards out there, where every shift he wants to dominate. The compete level is there. His feet are always moving. He draws penalties. He puts his team in the power play, and he helps teams in ways that don't show up in the score sheet. The fact he fell to the second round, at 6 feet and 195, he's got good size. A little bigger than Mike Richards, and his pims are there. He's just a hard-working, competitive kid out there. That the phrase "I want 20 of those guys on my team" is a big cliche, but I don't think of this kid. He's like a Ryan Callahan a little bit, where he just gives you everything he has every shift. And like I said, the compete level, you can't teach that. You're born with that. And I was raised on a farm in Ontario, so the work ethic was there at a young age, and I cannot say enough good things about him. I think he's going to be a great player in Columbus. Columbus sucks. I think he could be up there next year, as early as next year. And he's a player I think Columbus fans will fall in love with. The Midwest attitude of great work ethic over flash and finesse suits him perfectly, and I think he'll be a fan favorite. You'll be seeing a lot of Boone Jenner jerseys. Out in Columbus. The only city I think you see more Boone Jenner jerseys would be L.A. because of the Jenner name. Not that funny, but I thought it would be fitting, but it wasn't. A little more, but last year in his draft year had 66 points in 63 games for the Generals, and had 12 points in 10 playoff games. But like I said, his game, he's good statistically, but his game goes way beyond stats. Kind of like I said, Ryan Callahan, just throws himself in front of shots. Takes over shifts, puts pressure on defensemen, forechecks his ass off, and just creates time and space for his teammates. And a guy like that, you can't teach what he does, and I love that. And like I said, Columbus has got a lot of pretty boys that aren't doing anything. I'm looking at you, Vaclav, Vinny Prospel, and Derek Brassard, and Jeff Carter, and you see this kid who's going to give you everything he has. Maybe he doesn't make it as a first line center. Maybe he settles in as a second line center that can, dominate a game in the face-off circle. Take draws, win face-offs, take hits, make hits. On top of that, score goals and create goals. But with his work ethic, I would not bet against him becoming a 70 or 80 point guy in the NHL. And I think that's what Columbus needs. They draft all these kids that they think are going to be offensive superstars. That look at Nick Filatov, even Voracek really didn't blossom in Columbus. But this kid's awesome. He's perfect. Even if he's not scoring, he's going to help your team. He's not going to lose battles. He's going to give you everything he has. He's going to eventually wear the C at some point for an NHL franchise, whether it's Columbus or not. Remains to be seen. But I think this is the kind of kid. He's not a Crosby or Malkin or Stamkos, where you build a team around them, or Rick Nash for that matter. But he's a complementary player that's really going to help your team. And if you want to win, you need guys like this. I think of guys on the Bruins, guy like Chris Kelly. He's more feisty than Kelly, but guys like that, they can block shots, kill penalties, help out in the second power play unit, and just do everything in their power to help you win. Will your team forward. Now, I love this kid. I really can just sit here and rant for hours with just how awesome of a hockey player he is. Like I said, it's not just what he does statistically. His game goes way beyond that, and fans in Columbus are going to be very excited. You've been disappointed since you've had a hockey team in Columbus, but seeing a kid like this who has a hard-nosed work ethic and he just turned 18 in July. He's got plenty of upside. He's going to continue to grow and continue to become a better hockey player. And with this full 200-foot game, he's perfect for the NHL with his game. I don't know what else there's to say. That's it for this episode of the Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles on Columbus Blue Jackets center, Columbus Blue Jackets prospect, and Oshawa Generals center, Boone Jenner. That's it for this. Yeah, I just said it. I'm repeating myself. Later, guys.